Hey guys, it's Devyn Howard with Breezeway Productions. Now, I know the Catholic Church and raunchy comedy don't exactly go hand in hand, but the new movie The Little Hours blends those two entirely different worlds to create one hilarious comedy. I'm at the LA Film Fest where I'm about to interview some of the cast of The Little Hours like Aubrey Plaza, Molly Shannon, Allison Brie. You guys, I'm so excited to be here. Stick around, you're not going to want to miss this. My first question for you, you've had a really wonderful career in comedy, and comedy is typically seen as a boys' club, so do you have any advice for young women wanting to pursue a career in stand-up or comedic acting?
Well, it's interesting. I wasn't a stand-up, so I don't know as much about that, although I've just read Amy Schumer's book, and she really explains it well. So I would say, if you're a stand-up, read her book, because it shows kind of how hard she works, and she really explains it in detail, and I thought it was so excellent. I was a regular actress. I went to drama school, and then I got into comedy kind of, I did a stage show at NYU and got into comedy that way. So I would say if you're a comedian, comic performer like myself, if you can write your own material, that's a good way to start, because then you're not waiting for somebody to cast you. You could write your own show with a friend or with a few friends. I did a sketch show with a bunch of friends, and then from there it parlayed into just a show I did called The Rob and Molly Show, me and this guy Rob, and we would just do one-nighters and invite casting directors. And I mean, I worked really hard. I was a waitress and I worked hard on my show, but I would just say, you know, if you can write and you're a girl performer, then write, because it is a little bit easier to kind of create your own stuff.
Yeah. That's good advice.
Yeah.
And also, okay, so with the movie The Little Hours, what was the craziest thing that happened on set?
Well, one day they gave me this cake that was so good, and I was just kidding around because we were all being silly, and I took a taste of the cake and I was like, this is the best cake I've ever had in my life! And I wanted to make them laugh, and so I just like ran around on the hill, and then I think they thought that I rolled down the hill, and they were laughing so hard. And I don't know if they videotaped it, but it was really fun and silly, and we were all in like nun outfits, and we would just have these elaborate lunches in Italy on set. So I think the day that they gave me my cake when I was leaving was so special, and it was the best cake I've ever had.
Okay, so you produced and starred in this movie, so what challenges did you face handling both roles?
Well, I mean, it's hard to do both at the same time because, you know, you're trying to be in character and, you know, stay in the zone, but then you're also, you know, trying to produce and make sure everything's running smoothly. So I think it's just hard to multitask, but it's all worth it.
Yeah, definitely. So were there any like crazy obstacles that you had to overcome?
I mean, we shot the movie in the middle of Tuscany, in the middle of nowhere, so every day was an obstacle. I mean, half of the crew didn't speak English, and we just basically had to kind of find our way in these small little towns, so it was quite an adventure.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
So what was the funniest scene that you guys filmed?
I would say I really loved the scenes with all of the nuns when they're partying and letting loose for the first time. That was really fun. We had a great time shooting that one.
Yeah, and so Dave just told me that the whole movie is improvised.
Yes.
What was that experience like?
It's really scary. It's scary to not know what you're going to say, but Jeff Baina wrote such a detailed and beautiful outline for the movie that we kind of just had to trust in him and just go for it.
Did you do any research to get into character?
Yes, I read the Bible, and I read some other books, but I can't say what they are or else it's a spoiler.
So you read the entire Bible?
No, I didn't read the whole thing.
Oh.
I skimmed it.
And what'd you think of it?
I think it's great.
Okay, so can you give me a 10-second summary of what The Little Hours is about?
Ooh, yeah, it's about a bunch of repressed nuns who ultimately go wild after a servant boy comes to their convent. Yeah.
Great job. Speaking of repressed nuns, one of them is your new wife, Allison.
Correct.
What was it like working on a movie with her?
We had a great time. You know, as you can imagine, I'm more comfortable with her than anyone, and so the entire movie was improvisation, and so in the scenes with her, it was so easy, and I hope to work with her on every project I work on from here on out.
So sweet.
Yeah.
So you guys improvised the whole thing.
Yeah, there was no scripts.
Wow. Oh.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, so the whole thing is based on, or we were working off of an 18-page outline, and so there was descriptions of what happens in each scene, and we would know, all right, in this scene we need to get from point A to point B, but then however we get there, who knows? Let's see what happens.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure that a lot of hilarity ensued. So what was the funniest scene to film?
The funniest scene to film, I had fun filming a confessional scene with John C. Reilly where I am confessing my sins and telling him all the vile things that I have been doing to other people's wives. That was a good one. Let's leave it at that, yeah.
So what do you and your character have in common then?
Hopefully not a lot, but my character, I think even though he is getting in trouble and being devious, he does mean well, and I think he is a good person deep down. He just can't help himself.
And you guys filmed in Italy.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about that? Italy is so beautiful.
Yeah, we were in Tuscany, so we were in this little area off the beaten path, and so it was so just beautiful and just isolated from a lot of people, and it's a dream. I mean, the food, every single meal is the best meal you've ever had. I was there with my wife, like, I can't complain.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so that was the cast of The Little Hours. For more content just like this, head to breezewayproductions.com. I'm Devyn Howard. I'll see you next time.